Welcome back to Deco Diva, your cozy corner for vintage charm and timeless home inspiration. Today, we're diving into the warm and inviting world of fall decor inspired by none other than Joanna Gaines. Her unique blend of rustic farmhouse beauty and vintage finds creates an autumn aesthetic we can't get enough of. Before we jump in, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future decor tours and seasonal style guides. Hit that like button if you're already sipping pumpkin spice lattes, and leave a comment letting us know your favorite fall decor item. From distressed wood finishes to cozy plaid throws, we'll take you through a 17-part home tour showcasing vintage-inspired vignettes and signature farmhouse touches that would make Joanna proud. Let's get started. Our tour begins where every guest starts their journey, the front porch. This season, channel Joanna's aesthetic with oversized heirloom pumpkins, dried corn stalks, and a weathered bench layered with plaid pillows. A vintage milk can doubles as a vase for dried wheat, adding texture and height to the vignette. Lanterns with battery-operated candles give off a welcoming, warm glow during those crisp autumn evenings. Don't forget a hand-painted wooden sign that says, "Harvest" or "Welcome Home." Joanna loves personal touches that tell a story, especially when they're slightly imperfect and filled with rustic charm. Inside the entryway, a distressed console table sets the tone. Top it with a reclaimed mirror, a couple of antique candlesticks, and a wire basket overflowing with small gourds and pine cones. Joanna often blends function and style. Add a set of woven baskets underneath for practical storage, and layer in a cozy runner rug with burnt orange and taupe tones. Above all, use texture, cotton stems in vintage glass jars, a reclaimed wood coat hook rack, and a felt garland strung across a mirror. It's fall, it's farmhouse, and it's fabulously inviting. In the living room, it's all about layers. Think linen slip-covered sofas draped with chunky knit throws and neutral-toned pillows in ticking stripes or faded floral patterns. An old wooden trunk works as a coffee table, topped with a tray holding birch candles, vintage books, and a few velvet pumpkins in soft autumn hues. Add a distressed ladder against the wall to hang extra throws, and maybe even a dried floral wreath. Joanna is a master of using vertical space to draw the eye and create cozy corners. No fall tour is complete without a cozy fireplace moment. Joanna's mantel style is always effortless, a reclaimed beam, asymmetrical garlands, and simple vintage art. Try layering old frames, some with prints, some empty, for a casually collected look. Add brass candlesticks at varying heights for a touch of warm elegance. Instead of over-the-top garlands, opt for a mix of faux eucalyptus, dried oranges, and twine-wrapped stems. It feels organic, imperfect, and authentically farmhouse. The dining table is where rustic and refined meet. Use a ticking stripe runner, mismatched vintage plates, and amber glassware to set the tone. Joanna loves centerpieces that feel effortless. Try a wooden dough bowl filled with mini white pumpkins, or a row of vintage bottles with sprigs of dried lavender or cotton. Hang a vintage-inspired chandelier overhead with Edison bulbs, and add some linen slipcovers or throw blankets to the chairs for extra charm and comfort. In the kitchen, small accents make a big impact. Wooden cutting boards, copper utensils, and cast iron cookware speak to the farmhouse soul. Try adding a vintage stool near the island, or use open shelving to display weathered crockery and old bakeware. Joanna's kitchens are always equal parts beauty and utility. For a seasonal touch, place a large ceramic bowl of apples or pears on the counter. Add a hanging bundle of herbs to dry and you've got functional decor with rustic vibes. Create a coffee station worthy of a farmhouse morning. Use an old crate as a shelf, or set up a vintage metal cart for all your mugs, syrups, and seasonal brews. Add cozy details like an enamelware pitcher, cinnamon sticks in a mason jar, and a few vintage canisters labeled by hand. If space allows, tuck a plaid blanket over a bench or set a small pumpkin beside your French press. It's these thoughtful, tiny details Joanna would absolutely adore. Open shelves are a Joanna Gaines signature. Use them to display antique pictures, ironstone plates, and warm-hued ceramics. Anchor your display with heavier items on the bottom and airier accents like dried florals or framed quotes on top. This gives a grounded but airy feel. Mix in texture, woven baskets, tarnished silver, and handmade pottery all create that perfectly imperfect farmhouse feel. In the bedroom, fall farmhouse charm is all about cozy bedding and rustic accents. Use flannel sheets, a neutral quilt, and add a vintage plaid wool blanket at the foot. Try a repurposed door or shutter as a headboard, and place mismatched bedside tables with antique lamps for a layered, collected look. On a dresser or vanity, arrange dried hydrangeas in an old watering can, with a stack of vintage books and a softly scented soy candle in a mason jar. Bathrooms aren't often the first place we think of when decorating for fall, but they deserve love too. Add a reclaimed wood shelf above the toilet with amber glass bottles and vintage mirrors. Switch out hand towels for ones in warm, earthy tones, think rust, mustard, or forest green. Add a tiny velvet pumpkin on the counter or a sprig of dried lavender in a bud vase. If you have space, include a woven basket with rolled towels and some eucalyptus. Functional, pretty, and totally Joanna approved. Create a cozy reading nook using vintage finds like an old rocking chair, antique floor lamp, and a woven footstool. Layer with pillows in faded checks or florals. Use a wooden crate as a side table, stacked with vintage hardcovers and a steaming mug of cider. Add a framed botanical print or hand-lettered quote above. This is the kind of space Joanna would create to encourage quiet moments and connection, timeless and full of character. Even a hallway can sing with fall charm. Hang a gallery wall of thrifted frames filled with autumn botanicals or black and white farmhouse photos. Use a slim console or vintage bench to anchor the space. Style it with a bundle of wheat, an old lantern, and a vintage metal basket for mail or scarves. Add a long runner rug in warm tones to pull it all together. It's proof that even transitional spaces deserve a little seasonal love. Joanna excels at creating vignettes, those small curated moments. Find a forgotten corner in your home and give it life with a chippy table, an old clock, and a sprig of cotton in a stoneware jug. Layer in a candle or a tiny stack of books, and maybe a little wooden pumpkin. The beauty is in the layers, the patina, and the storytelling. Every vintage piece has a soul, and in Joanna's world, those stories shine brightest when they're imperfectly perfect. Bring the charm outside. A simple bistro set topped with a plaid blanket and pumpkin centerpiece creates a welcoming fall moment on a back patio or balcony. Use galvanized buckets for mums, or fill vintage apple crates with pine cones and leaves. String bistro lights overhead for that signature cozy glow. Whether it's morning coffee or a sunset cider, Joanna-inspired outdoor spaces bring the warmth of the season to life. Channel your inner DIYer with a few Joanna-style projects. Try making your own reclaimed wood signs with seasonal sayings or stenciling fall motifs onto pillow covers. Distress a flea market frame and use it for a chalkboard menu in your kitchen, or create a mason jar lantern using fairy lights and twine. DIY isn't just budget-friendly, it adds a deeply personal touch to your space. That's what farmhouse style is all about: heart, soul, and hands-on creativity. That wraps up our Joanna Gaines-inspired fall home decor tour. We hope you're feeling inspired to mix in vintage finds, embrace rustic textures, and bring some cozy farmhouse beauty into your own space this season. If you enjoyed this tour, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Deco Diva, and comment below with your favorite room or vintage piece we featured today. We love hearing your ideas too. Thank you so much for spending part of your fall with us. Stay cozy, stay inspired, and we'll see you next time on Deco Diva.